Hey guys! So this is a kind of different video than what we usually do. This is our steps on how we become red carpet ready. We do have our first ever red carpet event tomorrow. We are going to the Face Awards, and not only is that our first red carpet event, we are actually doing our first sponsor video today. I would like to thank Vanity Planet. Well, we would like to thank because they actually sent us both 2 of their brushes. These are awesome brushes. We've both been using them for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
1.5 weeks, 2 weeks. I've been loving the results. As you can see, we both look hella ratchet right now. This is the first step. Gotta look a little bit ratchet before you do anything.
I just came from the gym, so that's my excuse.
I just look bad most of the time.
You're cute.
So this is how we do these things. We are going to show you what this product can do, also just a little of our own kind of tips and tricks.
We'll tell you more about it at the end and the deal you could get with it.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, you're getting a very special deal. Definitely stay tuned for that. I'm also going to share a little trick that I found works with this. It doesn't really say it in the instruction card, but I found that this works for me really well. So yeah, Nikolai will be doing the body. Where's yours thing? He's going to be doing the body brush. I'm going to be showing you how I do my face. It's pretty simple, and we hope you enjoy it. Okay, so the first step in actually washing your face and making sure you get the best result is you want to take a pretty steamy shower first. I find this really helps with opening the pores so that once you wash your face, it helps get a lot of the junk out. I have very oily skin, which does lead to horrible blackheads. They're really bad, and I don't want to give you an up close, but they're pretty bad, and taking a hot shower is pretty much the first step. Okay, well, to start off, I let my hair grow out pretty long, as you can see. So when I shave, I always get the better result. I just put regular shaving cream on, cover my whole face, make a weird face, and then just start shaving. Of course, I always go not against the grain. You go down the grain so you don't get those bumps. If you see closely, I have some bumps on my face because I did that because I was in a rush, and it does go a little bit faster when you do that, but you do get the razor burn. Throughout the video, you're going to see my face is going to be red just because I have very, very, very sensitive skin, and that's not due to any irritation. It's just from being in the shower and then, rubbing my face with stuff. Okay, so to start it off, I just get my brush, and I pump some of my favorite face wash into my hand, just like so, and then brush it onto the brush, wet my face, and then use small circular motions to go about my face and get those little suds. Of course, you don't want it foaming or anything, but seeing a little bubbles knows that you just can tell that it's that was frustrating. When you see the bubbles, it's really cleaning. I do go along my nose pretty good, and my eyebrows, because sometimes I get blackheads in my eyebrows. I don't know why, but I just do. But I just kind of scrub. I never push hard. You just kind of do it enough to where you feel just the sensation of the brush. I kind of rub it, and that's it. It really doesn't take that long. Now I'm going to just wash my face by splashing water onto it, like in those commercials. Got my eye, started crying a little bit. No biggie though, no biggie. This is probably actually the hardest part, just taking my face stuff off. There's Baby and Bay. So the results are almost instant. I'm going to zoom in on my face, and you can actually see pretty clearly that my face has smoothed out. It's not been abrasive at all, but it's definitely made the pores on my face look a little bit smaller. And
okay, so this is the body brush. This is my favorite tool in the kit. First you gotta put the soap in your hand, and you just spin it on your hand because it's the easiest way to get it all in the brush. At least for me it is. And so I always start off with my chest because it's one of the biggest part of the bodies, and I like to do it extensively on my chest because I get a lot of pimples and stuff, and just a lot of nasty stuff, so I like to get it all off. Then I do my underarms, which feels great, and then I end up moving on to my back. And the one thing I love about this brush is it's long and the head is big, so I could get my whole back with it. I can't like do that with other stuff, and you know, like I'm not flexible enough, so I have a really dry back. So like, it gets my whole back and it feels great afterwards, and like I don't get any itching anymore. Then I moved onto my arms. You know, it just feels good and get it everywhere, and it's like a big brush, so you don't have to spend too much time on it. So it makes it really easy, you know, get the shoulders and everything, which again, it's hard to get if you're just using your hands or a little like sponge. And then the neck feels amazing. Like, oh my god, you're gonna love that. Like, I love getting scratched on my neck, and this thing feels amazing on it. And then move on to the legs. And I have hairy legs, so sometimes like with, you know, just using my hands or whatever, like it doesn't like, it's not abrasive enough with the hair. So I love using the brush because like it actually feels clean, and like you could get, you know, everywhere nice and easily, and it just has a good feeling.
So the tip I'm going to show y'all is actually for your lips. I have very dry lips, and especially in the winter. So because of my sensitive skin, I really can't use the gray brush. So I found it works really well with just using it as a lip scrub. So what I do is I use just my regular lip scrub from Lush. I put that on the brush itself and just get it a little bit damp. And then I get my lips a little bit damp. And then I just turn it on and use tiny circular motions along my lips. I swirl it around a little bit, just make sure it's getting everywhere. It's really good at taking off the dead skin. It's not too abrasive that it like hurts or bleeds or anything. And as you can see, it starts to turn them a brighter red color. It feels honestly really good, and because I'm using a lip scrub, it tastes really good, and you can almost see an instant difference. They are much smoother, softer, and they stay that way even after they start to dry out again. They aren't cracked or anything, they just look like regular lips, not to mention the fact that it tastes good. Just don't tell anyone. So they do instantly almost look really nice. I pat them dry so I don't cause any more abrasion. So here I am just checking myself out. Gotta look all cute. Lips look nice. And then I have my baby to give them a little test. And he approves. So, this is the end result for me. I'm still a little red, but that's completely normal considering the fact that I do have very sensitive skin.
And I'm all clean, smooth. It makes you
smooth.
really smooth, that's why I like.
Yeah.
And that's what he loves.
Yes. I actually did the body thing too off camera, and I'm very smooth. It's very good if you work as a team. You can get...
Yeah, so this spin for perfect skin, is originally $100 in stores online. But for you guys, we're getting it at $30, so you get 70% off.
Yeah, that's a huge deal, especially because it is a really good brush.
I got one for this similar price at like $30, and when I used it, like my skin, it literally like turned red, and like I had so many breaks in my skin.
And he had his like nose started peeling and everything, and I actually had one too. I think it was $20. I think it was from like CVS. I dropped it once, and ever since I dropped it, it made a clicking noise, and then the minute I put it in the shower, I think water got into it, because like a week later, it stopped working, and I opened the battery, and it's all corroded on the inside. So this is such a well-made product, and I just really like it. And even though this is a sponsored video, of course we do get to choose whether or not a product is, we sponsor a product, and this is definitely something I feel confident standing behind and putting its name out there. This is a really good product, and it's pretty inexpensive, especially when you get the $30 on it. So it does come with 4 attachable things, so that's pretty neato burrito, and they all work pretty well. It's really well put together. I love it. I'm probably gonna use it for forever.
Probably.
Probably.
It's gonna make us look pretty for a red carpet tomorrow.
Hopefully. Because I need to. It did really help because I have oily skin, and it always helps it keep the oil at bay, because I think it really clears out your pores and everything. And Nikolai does have a very dry nose, and he gets blackheads on his forehead, and it always, especially right after he uses them, it puts them at bay. It always just looks nice. The link is in the description box. If you want to try out this product, please go.
And the link should be above, like somewhere right here, too.
So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like this video, please like. If you enjoy watching us, subscribe. Don't forget to leave comments.
And if you get the brush, let us know how it went for you in the comments.
This is the best way to get your face looking real nice right before an event. You're never alone.
Because you always have us.
We love you guys.
We love you.
Mwah.